Howdy everyone, it's Leslie Hassler with Your Biz Rules Business Coaching from the Carpool. It's really bright outside, so if you see me squinting, it's because I really want to put on my sunglasses while I talk to you, but that would be rude. You couldn't see me. So I hope you're doing well. I hope you're enjoying the coaching from the Carpool series. I thought today would be interesting to talk about making a date with your money. This whole afternoon I've been like, it's Monday, and that's because this is typically a day that I sit down and I look at all the money across personal and business. So I'm looking at cash flow, I'm looking at where we are, what's been paid, what hasn't been paid, did we stay in budget, all of those things on Mondays, because weekends have expenditures, and it just gives me a good framing for how things are going. Now, here's what I know. Most people in their business really think that as long as there's cash in the bank, they're fine, right? They were just looking for cash in the bank. Most people do not date their money. They do not date their money in a way that enables them to know what's coming down the pike. All right, so when I say make a date with your money, what I really want you to do is get a little cozy with it. I mean, think about it. If you go out on date nights with your spouse, or if you're not married, go out on dates, period, you tend to spend time with the people that you most enjoy. Well, in your business, money is one of those things you should most enjoy, and so you need to spend some time with it. Now, one of my favorite programs, the one that I use, is Pocketsmith. Okay, so it's a cash flow tool that enables me to put my entire budget in, syncs up with my checking account, shows me on a calendar basis, like day by day, what my cash flow is. Now, you may think that's a little too much, it may be over the top for you, but I love it. I love being able to see what my daily cash flow needs are in my business, and I can actually project out and look out months and months and months, especially if I'm looking at doing something like attending a conference that I hadn't budgeted, right? I want to know if I can afford it. Like, is the expenditure going to create a hole for me 2 or 3 months later? Maybe I need some technology. Just bought a tablet and cracked the screen on it. Can you believe it? Within 1 week. But I bought a tablet, right? This was something I wanted to do in the business. I could plan for it. I knew where I needed to be from an income standpoint to be able to make things happen. And that's really one of the best values, I think, in a business, to have either a predictive cash report. So that is not the report you print out from QuickBooks. That does not tell you what you need to know. But I'm talking truly keeps track of your pipeline, looks at the income, looks at the expenditures out for a full year or more, guys, more. Because what happens is that, I fully believe that you can get to a state in your business where you're not having to put out fires every 5 seconds. That's an organizational issue. If you're having to put out too many fires, it's organizational leadership, sometimes personnel. But that can be taken care of. But what you can't get rid of are the surprises, like the monetary surprises that you had no plan for, didn't even see coming. All of those things that really can derail you on a day-to-day basis. Having a predictive cash flow, whether you're using Pocketsmith or a good old Excel report. In fact, if you want the Excel report, email me at support@yourbizrules.com, and I will email you my cash flow in Excel spreadsheet. But like I said, I do it in Pocketsmith. It takes a little time to put it together, but I love it. Just did it for work and for personal, and can double check on how spending is going and where things are. But when you have this predictive cash flow report and you're making a date with your money, you're going back and you're looking at things on a weekly, monthly basis, you are so much better prepared. Now, here's what I've seen for my clients when they get themselves onto a predictive cash flow report, whichever tool it is they decide to use. The calm is peace and calm. So I might have a business that really wants to hire somebody but doesn't know if they can support it. Well, we plug it into the cash flow report. boom, the answer's right there in black and white. It also, I think, just gives a peace of mind, right? That you know that there's money in there day in and day out. And that's one of the biggest hurdles to overcome as an entrepreneur, especially if you're starting up, is knowing that you've got cash in the bank and that you'll have cash in the bank the next day. Very key. So cash flow report can do this. Like I said, any major expenditures that you might want to do, any investments that you might want to do, it's just smart business. And I liken this to, you wouldn't get on the freeway. You know, if you get on the freeway, set the cruise control on 80 miles an hour and close your eyes. You know, you would expect, most of us would expect, that it's not a matter of if we have an accident, but when. When you're not dating your money, it's just like you're doing exactly that, getting on the freeway, setting the cruise control to 80 miles an hour and closing your eyes. You will have something happen. The cash flow report just helps you see if it's possible that something could happen and hopefully identify it far enough out that you can do something about it, that you can take proactive measures versus being reactive, okay? These are all, like, when I've got a business owner that's reactive, like everything's a fire and we're reacting to things all the time, that means you do not have the structure and the tools in place for you to monitor your business. Okay, so that's really what today's about, is making a date with your money. I want to know, what day of the week are you going to choose, or what day of the week do you choose as your money date? Is it Monday like mine, or is it Friday as you like wrap up the week and get going? I did want to answer one more thing. So I did have somebody post on one of the coaching from the Carpool sessions about, well, what do you do if you have excess money? Well, excess money in a business is fabulous. It's not always there, which I thought kind of laughed at the question, but it's fabulous. So let me just give you a few recommendations. One is make sure you're paying yourself. Make sure that you are maxing out your 401k, your Roths, and all that nice fun stuff. I am not a financial advisor, but there are a lot out there to choose from. Make sure that you're using all those options, okay? The next thing is I personally like you to have 3 to 6 months operating cash on hand. That way you can weather a storm, you can weather any market corrections, you can take a vacation and know that there's still money in the bank. All of these things give you a lot more flexibility when you've got cash sitting there. So definitely get your own little business savings account and have some cash on hand. The other part is make investments. Anything that will help you do your job quicker, more efficiently, get you out of doing all of the work, improves customer service, enables marketing to happen at a more leveraged speed or even automatic speed. All of those things to me are great investments. So that was just my 2 cents on what do you do if you have more cash, have excess cash. Most business owners don't, unfortunately, but you can create it. And like I said, that little pocket smith, what I was doing after I've updated everything for any new clients coming on, any expenditures and all that stuff, I do this little, it has this little pictorial scale by the month, and I go out and I see how far out am I. So right now I'm right at 3 months, and that's pretty awesome, especially since summer's coming up. So that's just today's tips and tricks about making a date with your money and why you want to do it and what you can do with it and the freedom that it really gives you to be a better business owner. So that's it today, guys. It's straight up 3 o'clock. I hope you have a great week. This has been Leslie Hassler with coaching from the Carpool. If you want that cash flow Excel spreadsheet, just email me at support@yourbizrules.com and I'll get that out to you. Thanks so much, guys, and see you tomorrow.